Okay, students, let's go for the further questions uh, for the practical exam. So here is the 11th question. In this video, I will cover 11 to 20 questions. So 11th question is factorial calculator, which is by using the function to calculate the factorial of n. So here, this is very simple question, and this question is here I have done with the help of recursive function call. So it's up to you. You can do with the simple function also. It's up to you, right? You can apply the loop, and then you can calculate the factorial of that particular number. So here I have used factorial function, but it's a recursive call. So in the recursive function, you can split in two parts. One is the base class condition where it will return the 1 when the base class condition will reach. And the second part is the recursive function call part. So you can use the if and else. In the if, write the base class condition. In the else part, write the recursive call. So here if with the def keyword, we have written the factorial function and the n value will be taken of which the factorial is to be calculated. So if n is equal to 0, it will return 1, else it will return n into factorial of n minus 1. It's a recursive function call. That's why the same function is calling itself again and again, right? The factorial function is calling itself again and again. That's why it's a recursive function call. And since it will call itself again and again unless until it will reach to the base class condition. That's why we have to specify this. From this code, we will take the input of number, and then from here we will print the factorial of that number by calling that function. So let me execute this code. I'll copy this. Okay. Let me save this. Run. So here it's asking enter the number. I'll enter 5. So factorial of 5 is 120. Okay. Let's go to the next program. Next program is prime checker. So whether entered number is prime number or not. This program also I have written with the help of function because it's mentioned that function that returns whether a number is prime or not. So with the help of function we have to write this. So if n is less than equal to 1, with the help of def keyword, function is written, function name is prime, and this n number which we have to check whether it is a prime number or not. So you know that for taking the prime number, we should check from the number 2 up to n minus 1 time, right? And divide by each number and check whether that number is prime number or not. But here I have used a little bit a different concept. I'm starting from the 2, but I'm going till the square root of that number plus 1. Okay. So which is the which is the fastest way. For example, if the number is very large and I want to check whether the number is prime number or not. So if I go up to dividing n minus 1 number time, let's say the number is very big and n minus 1 time I'll divide from 2 to the n minus 1 number. So it will take very large time. That's why if we will take the square root of that number, okay, until that particular point we will divide, and even so that is the shortcut method. Okay, we don't have to go up to n minus 1, and even we can go up to square root of that number up to that number, and hence it will reduce the checking time. So this is the one of the code. In the range I specified 2 comma integer of n raised to 1, this is 0.5, so square root of that number plus 1. And if n mod I is equal to 0, return false. So if a by any of the number it is divisible, so it will return false, else it will return true. Let's check this particular code. Just copy. So enter the number. Let's enter 5. Okay, so 5 is prime number, true. Right, so in this way it will come. Next, let's go to the next. So extract words from file, read file and extract words of length 3, 4, 5, etc. So in this particular program, we should have one input file, input.txt file, and where the text will be mentioned, text will be there. And from that text file, we will read the words. We will also take the length of the word. For example, if the user will mention 3, so 3 word length, all the words should be filtered and it should be displayed from the file. This is the program. So let me take this code. See here, read all the words from the file first. So with open input.txt file, the input.txt file will contain the word list, and it is opening in the read mode, right? So it will read all the words, okay? And here we are splitting. By default it will split, it will be splitted with the space. So words will have all the words which are there in the file, and then we will take the length of the word which we want to display from the user. So user input, okay, and we will enter the length, and then we will apply this particular filter. So we are writing the code matched word equal to word for word in words if the length of word is equal to user input, right? So whatever the length of the word, if it will match, then we will print. So print found length, so how many words are found, and we will also words of that particular length, okay, that particular length, and we will also print all the word list. So remember, we have to create one input.txt file. How to create the input.txt file? You can go in the IDLE. You can click on this and you can click on this new file. And here you can mention the word list, okay, a different word list. So I have already created one file. For example, you can mention like this, different words, okay. So different words, and then you can go what? You can click on this file and say save as, and here you can select .txt, and here you can mention input, so it will be saved as input.txt. I have already created one input.txt file. I'll just show you. I'll open that file. So I'm going to open. From here I'll select the text file. This is my input.txt file, and see here I have mentioned all these words: cat, apple, dog, kite, playing football, running, laugh, hello, house. All these words are there. Different words are there of length 3, 4, 5. Okay. So this is my input.txt. I'll run the code. I'll copy from here. So this is my code. Okay. Save this. So run. So it's asking enter the word length. Let me enter 3. So 3 found two words of length 3, cat and dog. Again I'll run the code. Again I'll run the code. Enter the word length. Let's enter 5. So found four words of length 5: apple, love, hello, and house. So very simple code. Let's go to the next code. That is, so in this particular program, in the 13th one, you need to create one input.txt file. Remember this, and then run the code, and it will be displayed. You have to enter the word length, and depending on that word length, it will find out the that word length. It will match, and it will going to display. Next code is 14th one, sort city names from the file. So in one file there will be city names mentioned. So I have created one file, that is city.txt. So in cities.txt file there are different cities are there, right? And then and sorted cities.txt. So after sorting, it will create one file, and it will write the sorted cities. So basically sorted means what? At alphabetical order. It will going to sort, and it will write in this particular file. So this is the code with open cities.txt. It will open this particular file in the read mode. It will read with the help of file.read command, and it split lines. So basically every line it will going to read and split it, and it will take as a separate word. And then sorted cities. So there is one sorted function. We will mention that cities over here, and it will going to sort alphabetically. And then we need to write that sorted cities in some other file. So here with open sorted cities.txt, so this one name you have to mention for creating the file, and you need to create that file in W mode. W means what? Write mode. So write as file. File.write, there is one command, okay, one function, file.write, and you can write that sorted cities in that particular file. So with the help of /n, it will going to join the sorted cities, and it will write in this particular fashion. Okay, in the next line it will going to write. So after writing this in the separate file, it will going to display cities sorted and saved. So let me show you this one. I'll copy this code. But before that, you have to have one cities.txt file. So you can go to new file and you can list down all these cities. Okay, all these cities you can list down like this, and you can save. So while saving, you can click over here. You can say save as, and from here you can select .txt file and give the dot cities sorry cities, right, and but the .txt it will take by itself. So I have already created a file. Let me show you. I'll open that file. Text file, cities.txt file. I'll open that. So this is a file. Okay, now I'll run this code. It will going to read that file and it will create sorted cities. So I'll run this. So it's displaying cities sorted and saved. Why? Because the last statement is what? Print cities sorted and saved. So after writing this, after sorting it and writing in the file, it will going to display this particular message. So let's see that file, whether that file is created and it's sorted or not. So I'll go over here. I'll say open. I'll select here .txt file and see if there is one sorted.cities.txt. I'll open this and you can see here Dubai, New York, Tokyo, London, and Paris. So it is sorted and written to the file. Let's go to the next code. So next code is this one, save division calculator. What do you mean by save division calculator? If there is any exception is raised, then you need to handle that one. This is what the idea. So here you have to write the exception handling code. Okay. So take two numbers and handle the division by 0 with try except. So division by 0 you have to handle. So in the try block I have taken two number, float number A and B. Then I am saying print result equal to A by B. Exception I am catching, that is what? Zero division error. The zero division error means what? Divide by 0, right? So if in case B is a 0, so it will see, if we will not we will not handle the exception, then our program will be terminated abruptly. So you have to handle properly the exception so that program will not be terminated abruptly and user will see a proper message that something has happened. Otherwise, user will not come to know and he will think that what has happened to the program will crash. So except zero division error and this proper message is displayed. Let me show you this one. Let's run this. Enter enter dividend. Let's say 4 divisor 2. So result is 2.0. Again I'll run this dividend. Let's say 4 divisor 0. So error division by 0. Okay, so we have handled this properly and message is what? Division by 0. Message is there. Let's go to the next program. Write a Python program to swap the two numbers and check if the first number is positive, negative, or 0. So we have to swap two numbers and we have to also check whether first number is positive, negative, or 0. So two inputs we have taken here, A and B. Swapping. So swap logic we have written temp equal to A, equal to B, B equal to temp. After swapping, so this is the idea. After swapping, it will going to display. And then if A is greater than 0, we will say what? First number is positive, else if first number is negative, else first number is 0. So like this, you have to do the program. It's very simple and you will be able to do. Let's go to the next one. Write a Python program to print all the numbers divisible by 4 in the range from 1 to n. So n we will take from the user. This is 17 program, and we will take from the user, and we will create one divisible list in which we will going to write all the number which are divisible by 4. So for number in the range 1 to n plus 1, right? And what we will do, if the number mod 4 is equal to 0, check the divisibility. So divisible dot append, we will going to append that all the numbers which are divisible by that in the divisible list. So this is the program. It is also very simple. You can execute this. For example, here see 10 is there. So number divisible by 4, right? There is a list 4 and 8. So in up to 10, there is a 4 and 8 number which is divisible by 4. So it has created the list. Next, 18th one, write a program to find the factorial of an input number using while loop. Using function we have already done. This is by using the while loop. So input enter any number, fact equal to 1 you can declare and I equal to 1. So while I is less than n, fact equal to fact into I is equal to I plus 1, increment the I, and then you can print. This is the factorial of a number, very simple program. Then the 19th one, write a menu driven program to build simple calculator function. Simple calculator function, so that's why I've created functions like def, define function, add a comma b, which will going to return a plus b. Similarly, subtract function which will going to return a minus b, multiplication function which will return a into b, and division function which will return a by b. So this is a menu driven program. I created infinite loop. Unless until user will enter exit, this program will not going to exit, and it will keep on asking the option. So we have created the option like add, subtract, multiply, division, and then exit. Then we are asking the choice, enter the choice. Depending on the choice, if choice is equal to 5, that is exit, then we are breaking the loop. Else, we will take two numbers, we will ask from the user, and then we will see if the choice is 1, then we will call the add function. Choice is 2, we will call subtract function. Choice is 3, then we will call multiplication function. If choice is 4, then we will call division function, else we will say invalid choice. Okay, and the output you can see it will display like this. Add option 1 for add, subtract, multiply, divide, and exit. Enter choice, I have entered choice 1, and enter the first number, so it will go to the which function, it will go to the add function, right? But before going over there, it will ask the two numbers. So that's what, enter the first number, enter second number, and the result, because choice is 1, so it will go and it will add. Okay, so this is simple program. Let me show you. I'll run this. See, so enter your choice, let's say 1, enter first number 5, enter second number 2, and result is what, 7. Again it's asking enter the choice, so enter choice 2, enter first number 5, enter second number 3, and you can see the result is what, 2.0. 5 minus 3, 2. Again it's asking choice, I'll say exit. Okay, enter choice, exit, it has not identified, but anyway if I enter the number, so it will say that invalid choice. Okay, but if I enter 5, if I enter 5, then if 5 it has taken as the exit, and because here I entered the word, I supposed to enter the number, so now I entered 5 over there and it has exited from the program. Let's go to the next program. Write a Python program to display Fibonacci series of up to n number, right? So Fibonacci series function, very simple. We are taking n, and then I have declared this one, the Fibonacci series, the list I have declared, and then I am appending in this particular list. And what I am doing, a comma b, a will be exchanged by b, then b will be exchanged by a plus b, right? So you can write in a simple logic also. It's not necessary you can write in the same way. It's up to you. You can write the Fibonacci series multiple times. We have solved this particular problem. It's up to you. Only thing is what is you should be able to display the Fibonacci series up to that particular number. So very simple. I don't have to execute this one. You'll be able to do this. So in the next video, I will cover 21 to 28 program. Okay. In this video, I have covered 11 to 28 program.